Good morning, guys. Welcome back. This one's a pure poker one, so if you're not a big poker fan, I advise you probably just to mute it, but keep it going so I get some views. But yeah, if you're not really a fan of poker, then I literally would stop now, to be perfectly honest. So this sort of video is about 5 little free tricks, tips, whatever you want to call it, to get better at poker without costing you any money. There's a huge amount of information out there about how to get better at poker, so I'm just going to list 5 quick things really quickly. So the first one is reading books. So you can read books from the library, obviously. There isn't that many when I went in. I got my first ever poker book from the library. But check out your local library and just see if there's any there if you can't afford to buy a book. Also, you can get a free audiobook from Audible.com, I believe. That's an Amazon run company. So I got this, The Mental Game of Poker, which is a staple in anyone's poker literature, should we say. You can get that for free from Audible.com, I believe so now. And he's got number 2 as well, which I need to get hold of. But that's cost a little bit of money. So yeah, number 1, read books. Also, many authors have podcasts out there. This is Jared Tedler. He has a podcast out there, and any authors that you find in poker that are still about today, they will definitely have podcasts out there. So that's some definite information you can get, which is cool. Second one is join a forum. I'll show you it here. So I use Run It Once. It's pretty basic stuff, but also really helpful if you want to improve as a player. You don't have to post anything. I haven't posted that much. A lot of the people on there are a lot better players than me, but you can just go on to the low stakes or mid stakes if you're playing that, or even high stakes, and just have a little browse. Really, there is a huge amount of information out there. Huge amount, pretty much quite overwhelming, to be perfectly honest. So you just give yourself, just dive in, I guess. Have a little look, find out, see what you find interesting. Sorry, and yeah, join a forum. As I say, you don't have to post anything, but even if you just look at 1 hand a day, 2 hands a day, you can just see how people think about the game while they're playing, and how you should think about the game. I'm not saying everything you read on a forum is going to be right, especially if I'm posting, but there's just a ton, just an absolute ton, and there's other forums out there. 2+2 is the big one, but I don't use that anymore. And there's just a mountain of free forums out there, so I'd pick one and just keep with it, and if you don't like it, then move on to another one. If not, you could end up joining 10 forums and it would just be a nightmare. Third thing, right, so if you decide to keep watching this and don't really like poker, this is still quite interesting. I guess not though, but I find it fascinating. It's a YouTube channel called The Poker Guys. They also have a podcast called The Breakdown. Don't really know why they've got 2 different names. It's a bit weird like that. But these guys are fascinating. They go through big, popular hands from just big tournaments or major cash games and stuff, and they really break down the hand about exactly what's going on. For example, this guy with Queen 9 suited. Yeah, Queen 9 suited gets a guy with pocket queens to fold, and they explain exactly the reasons behind it. It can be quite heavy if you're not a fan of poker, but I imagine if you're still here listening to this now, you are somewhat a fan of poker. So yeah, the Poker Guys, they're one of my favourite videos to watch. Actually, I watch about 1 a day, and I could happily rewatch them just because you learn so much about how to think about the game. And they mention game theory and things like that. Not into a huge amount of detail, but just enough for it to be accessible to an average viewer, but also enough to be really interesting to someone who wants to dive deep into poker. So that's number 3. Number 4, I'm not going to get much love from a lot of poker players out here for this, but let's be honest, we all pirate stuff constantly, music, TV shows and stuff. So the next one is Best Poker Torrents. I've used it for ages. I've downloaded some of my, strategy videos and things like that, and just World Series of Poker and loads. Basically, it just has everything: books, TV shows, strategy videos. You name it, they've probably got it. It doesn't always have everything, but it's free. So what can you say? I now pay for Run It Once, so I don't feel so bad. But I have, as you can see, I've downloaded like 200 gigs worth of stuff from this site. It's not ideal, simply obviously because it's pirating, but we all do it. So moving on. And the next one, simple thing, is just to go back to the start. Play a lot. Play. There's no better way of learning. Obviously, there is. You have to play if you want to get better at poker. You have to play. That's as simple as that. Many people struggle with finding the right balance of play and study, and that's just something you will constantly struggle with if you are going to take this seriously at all. But if worst comes to worst, just play, just keep playing, just think a little bit more. I know it sounds a bit vague. There's so much that you could actually study, but it'll just be too much to go into. So yeah, that's it. Oh, I also forgot about one book, which I recommend. Builder the Bankroll by Veneer. Come on. No, here we go. It's this thing here. This book here. Don't know why my computer's lagging so hard. I need to get a new one. Great book. Veneer's great in general. I'm not sure I don't know where he's at the moment. I haven't checked him out recently, but yeah, check him out. So there we go, guys. That's really quick 5 little things you can do to start getting better at poker. If you do want to take it seriously, it's a fucking long old road, to be perfectly honest. And when you think you're just about to make it, or you've made it, whatever the hell that means, something will come up and it will shoot you back down, and then that will happen again and again and again. So get used to that. Get used to that horrible feeling. But if you continually strive to improve, then you can become the best player you kind of want to be, really. There's one thing that Elke Grospellier said, the old famous tournament player, is if you want to become a professional or whatever, then you have to fundamentally love the game. If you don't love it, then you just go home, really. And you'll know if you love it, if you really just love the game, everything about it, even the horrible losses and stuff you have a secret love for. Don't know how, but yeah, anyway, that's it, guys. A quick little video. Yeah, take care. In a bit.